two, 1 2 1 2. Stop speaking. Hello. Hello. Right. Hello. I think I'm on, everybody. Tell me if you can see me and hear me. If somebody tells me that, that's great. That's a great start. And then I know that the tech is working. You know what I mean? So, wee bit of desk space on the go there. There we go. Hello, Simon. Thank you for telling me that I'm on. Fantastic. Excellent. Hello, Sue. How are you, Sue? The Whitten Witches in control. Right, who else is here? Hello, hello, hello. Noodle Doodles are here. Nice to see ya. Marion, hello. Alright, Martin, Sanjeev, Michael, Valerie. Thanks for your post earlier, saw that. Christine, the Chateau Collapso. The Pro Lethers are here. Excellent. Colin Milne is here. Caesar's Palace, MD. Einstein Bobbleheads are here. Brittany Stewart's here. The Raccoons in control. Jam Tarts, good evening to you. Could you up your volume a bit, please, says Jan. Alright, yeah, let's try that. Well, I'm going to just, I'll take the background music down a bit. My microphone should be okay. But my microphone looks, maybe it is a little quiet. You know what? I just moved the mixer a little bit. Right, 1 2 3 4. Is that a little better? Is that better? Hopefully you can hear, you can definitely see me. Like my haircut. There's a bit too much there. Did it myself. Who needs barbers and all that? Me. It looks like, but okay, quiet. Am I still quiet, or is everything better? Yes, a lot better. Right, good, thank you. Thanks for telling me that the sound was quiet, because I don't habitually listen on the headphones. What are we? 7:01. Let's get started. Okay. Yup. Hello, everybody. House of Weirdos. Katie's here. All right. Katie Hasty. That is. Geek Robin is here. Big Mac, JPS. Yeah. Peaky Fifers. Still a bit quiet. Well, it's a long way to Fife. The fibre connection's not working across the bridges. That's I don't think I can go any higher because I'm going to peak. I think it's okay. Turn your thing up, I think. I'll turn the background music down just a little more. Right, okay, let's get started. Thanks for coming to the quiz, everybody. Tonight you can win gin. We'll get to that later. The first thing, I'm going to quickly talk about the quiz and we'll start at 5 past. We'll hit the first question at 5 past. So a lot of you will know this stuff already. Here we go. Give us a share. If you share the quiz on any kind of social media, if somebody in your team does that, then your team gets a point. Alright, so might as well share it now. Also, like the quiz. See if you're just not doing anything for the next 2 minutes, just like the quiz on Facebook. Not Facebook, YouTube. That'd be great. Thanks very much. Live quiz starts soon. Now, if you've not been here before, we have some house rules at Dr. Paul Quiz. No Tories, no racist. And I was doing that before it was cool, by the way. And no radioactive monsters, please. Thanks very much. It kind of sets the wrong tone. Nothing against monsters themselves, but no radioactive monsters. All right, here's how to play the quiz. It's a pub quiz. It comes in rounds. I ask you a round of questions at a time. Then after everyone's ready, I tell you the answers. You mark yourself, right? If you need help with the marking, you just ask me. I am live. In red, at the bottom of that list is no answers in the chat. So that means don't shout out answers in the chat while we're playing the quiz, because people are just trying to get the right answers. You know what I mean? Very good. Okay, but you are usually pretty good at that. There was a weird person the other night, but I can just mute them. It's okay. Alright, the Queeros. Alright, Kate Dupre, thank you. Cheryl's here, the House of Weirdos. Alright, last time we played was Wednesday. I'm doing the quiz Monday, Wednesday and Friday and Saturday, starting tomorrow. But last time we played was Wednesday. Top of the table were Shit Trifle. How about that? Fabian Society. toppled like one of those statues. There they are in second place. You don't see that very often. 69, and the Feral Kids 69. Porn Dwarfs are there. We classified the scores by rainbow the other night. So Jeffrey and Zippy was that top group there. Jose Augustos, Dick and Dom, Mrs. Mangles. Then we had Jane and George, Dr. Grangelove, Dumbarton Doughballs, Mrs. Slocum's Pussy, Safari Stragglers, and so on. Then we had Rod and Freddie Zone, the Browns, the Cove Idiots, the Morocco Land Marauders, and right down in the Bungle Zone, Shop Workers, Can't Shag, Quiz Dorfston, and Gin Genies. Disaster. Right. Football quizzes on Tuesday. I'll tell you about that later. Remember, it's not the taking part, it's the winning. Look. Take that, ya Raj. He-Man, that's Skeletor when he won the quiz. Brilliant. Hello to everybody. Okay, let's get started. It is 5 past. The pub quiz is now Saturday. Yeah, I told you that already. Oh, sponsor tonight's Pickering's Gin Company based in Edinburgh. They make gin at Summer Hall near the Meadows. And they've got a nice bottle of Forget-Me-Not gin tonight for you. Okay. Right, here we go. Same letter round. Now, don't shout out the answers in the chat. I said that already. You just write these down on a bit of paper. I'll give you the answers at the end of each round. Here we go. So the first round, the same letter round. That means all the answers start with the same letter. So once you've got the letter, you're in easy street. You know what I mean? It's easy. So number one, in the 1973 animated Disney film Robin Hood, what kind of animal were Robin Hood and Maid Marian? They were the same species. It was the 70s, you know, it couldn't get too weird. So it was same species attraction. Robin Hood and Maid Marian, what type of animal were they both in Robin Hood? 1973 Disney version. Which has got a couple of good songs in it. Right, number two, equal rights. In October 1906, which European country was the first to allow women both to vote and to stand for election? So which country was that? 1906, it's a European country, and it was the first country to allow women to vote and to stand for election. First in Europe, anyway. I mean, they might have had something going on in New Zealand, but New Zealand doesn't count, does it? Let's face it. Number three. Which series of children's books, a very famous series of books, first published in 1942, included Julian, Dick and George amongst the main characters? So it's a very well-known, very famous series of children's novels. First one came out in 1942. Some of the main characters, not all of them, but some of the main characters are Julian, Dick and George. Very English, very proper, you know what I mean? What's the name of that series of books? That's question number three. Remember, all the answers start with the same letter in the first round. Number four, even more Disney. What was the name of the 2013 animated film which featured the princesses Elsa and Anna and a snowman called Olaf? Hilarious. What is the name of that movie? Came out in 2013. Big hit. And the last one in the same letter round is question number five, animal science. What kind of animals are you interested in? Like platonically. If you study ichthyology, if you're an ichthyologist, then what kind of animals do you study? No, Richie, it's not Bovril, it's coffee. With a Pusheen mug. Not the greatest coffee though, I mean it tastes a little bit like Bovril. Right, so to quickly tell you these answers again, the thing to do is, if your team is ready, tell me in the chat, say that you're ready. Don't tell me any answers, but tell me you are ready. And then if I see enough of those, then I'll know it's time to move on. So a quick recap of the questions, in case you missed any. What type of animals were Robin Hood and Marian in Robin Hood, 1973 Disney version? 1906, which European country was the first in Europe to give the vote to women and allow them to stand for election? Full suffrage. It wasn't dependent on age like it was in the UK when it finally came here. Number 3, which series of children's books was first published in 1942, including Julian, Dick and George amongst the main characters? Number 4, Elsa, Anna and Olaf. What's the Disney film? 2013. And ichthyology. If you are an ichthyologist, then this question's easy. What kind of animals do you study? There we go. Right, what we got? Ready. Got a big page full. What's on your mug, says Stevie? It's Pusheen. It's a cat character that my daughter's interested in. I don't think it's... I'm not a big fan. I just needed a mug for me coffee, you know. Right, everybody's ready. Come on, let's do it. Let's get on to the answers. By the way, before we start doing the answers, let me tell you about some scoring stuff. So if you have been here before, then that's the Dr. Paul loyalty bonus. You get 2 points. So if you've beaten my quiz in real life or online before, you get 2 points. You only don't get that if you're first time tonight. Everybody else gets 2 points. And you also get a point if somebody in your team has shared the quiz, social media style. So if I need shares, you need points. So you share the quiz, you get 1 point. Okay, ready? Here we go. And the rest of these are worth 2 points per answer. Did you get a letter? Of course you did. Letter F for Friday and fabulous and frenulum. Here are the answers. Number 1, Robin Hood, Maid Marian. They're both foxes. There they are. Romantic foxes. Clothes are affy clean, considering the circumstances, but foxes. Posh foxes. In October 1906, which European country gave the vote to women and the right to stand for Parliament? I'm thinking some of you might have got this wrong. Some of you might have gone for France here, but the correct answer was Finland. Finland. There they are. There's the women of Finland. That is some early female Finnish MPs. Okay. Julian, Dick and George. Timmy was the dog as well. What else? Who was the other one? Susan or something like that. It's the famous 5. Okay. There they are. I've never read any. I used to read quite a bit of Secret 7 when I was a kid, but I never read the famous 5. Is it any good? Let me know. Anne, thank you, Michael. Anne was the other character from famous 5. More Disney. Elsa, Anna, Olaf, they are all in Frozen. Yeah, big mega hit. And the last one, animal scientist. An ichthyologist is a person who studies fish. So, there's all the answers together. Foxes, Finland, famous 5 frozen fish. Look how the chevron-like appearance of the answers, the length of the answers, matches with the chevron background of the orange, creating a kind of special effect. That's completely unintentional. I think it looks great. Anyway, tell me what you scored. 2 points for each right answer, plus 2 points for the voucher, plus 1 point for if you shared, What we got? Yeah, George is a girl. Yeah, that's right, Martin. That's the thing. Georgina, but she's called George, yeah. Chameleons went for the frogs for number 5. All right, okay. Did anyone go for the frogs for number 2? Am I allowed to say that anymore? Tear down my statue. I called them frogs. For the fish, we said France. A couple of people would have said France. But as usual, the Scandinavians and Nordic people well ahead of the game. Noodle-Doodle's got 13. Queero's got 10. 9 for the Raccoons. 13 for AKB. Oh, no, it's not. It's ABK. Is that the same as AKB? Dios mío el chupacabra. Got 10 points. 13 for Big Mac. Right, good start. Come on, let's go. Let's get into the second round. Which is the picture round. So 5 pictures with questions attached. Here we go. Number 1. Who's the baby? Who is the baby in this photograph? Is it the Queen? Is it the Queen Mother? Or is it Adolf Hitler? It's easy to get these people mixed up. But who is the baby in picture number 1? The Queen Mother, or Adolf Hitler? You had fossilized animals, prolethers, instead of fish. Yeah. I think you're thinking paleontologists. Put frogs for 1 and 5. What? What, Robin Hood the Frog? Nah, that's not going to work. Foxes have got wit and charm and bow and arrow skills and all that. Not frogs. Right, number 2. Check this out. Which Michael Jackson #1 song is this? These are lyrics from a Michael Jackson song that was #1 in the UK charts. Alright, name the song. So some of those words are a little bit slow there. Time, ever, stop, things, ooh, notice, shores, fields, mine, used, crying. Ah! What's the name of that Michael Jackson song? Personally, one of my favourite Michael Jackson songs. It's an absolute stormer. Deserved to go to #1. Number 3 is a double act. In which series of children's books do these 2 detective characters appear on a regular basis? So these, they're 2 detectives. And they appear in which series of children's books? Of course it was your first single, Nomsy 86, because it was everybody's first record. Even if you bought records before that, that was the first time that music made sense. When Michael Jackson laid that one down. I presume we're going to be tearing down his statue as well for various reasons. Number 4, name the city. Alright, here's some clues. There's 14 million people live there. It's roughly 1,775 miles from Edinburgh, as the crow flies. So what city is that? Well, obviously it's a well-known city. There's 14 million people live there. That's almost 3 Scotlands, but in one city. About 1,800 miles from Edinburgh. What is that city? The bridge in the background's a fairly major clue. And the last one here, this person is a member of the Hamar tribe. But where are they from? Are they from Ethiopia, Bolivia, or Papua New Guinea? So a traditional costume there on that person who belongs to the Hamar tribe. Where are the Hamar people from? Are they from Ethiopia, Bolivia, or Papua New Guinea? That's question number 5. Right, tell me if you are ready. I will recap these questions nice and quickly. Right, so Queen Mum, or Adolf Hitler? Name that baby. That's number 1. Number 2 is the Michael Jackson song. A couple of seconds to look at those words. Fields, mine, flowering, dreams beyond, earth done, weeping things, world. Ooh! Amazing. Which children's books series includes these detectives? That's number 3. Number 4, name the city. 14 million people live there, roughly 1,800 miles from Edinburgh. And where are the Hamar people from? Ethiopia, Bolivia, or Papua New Guinea? El Destructo are ready. The Chameleons are ready. Lumpy Gravy are ready. Scumbags are ready. Peaky Pfeiffers, Ali Ska, Queeros, all ready. Val's ready. Janet's ready. Come on, let's go. Let's do the answers. You get 2 points for each of these. You ready? If you're not ready, get ready. Here come the answers. Number 1. Who's that baby? It's the Queen. That's old King George VI on the left, Queen Mother herself in the middle. And the Queen is a little baby, and Adolf Hitler's lurking in the background somewhere. Or some sort of Nazi connections lurking in the background of that picture, that's for sure. Okay, which Michael Jackson #1 song is this? It was, I can't remember offhand, I'm pretty sure it's 1996. Literally the greatest song ever recorded. It is Earth Song by Michael Jackson. 2 points for that. That's the one where he predicts the end of nature. And it's just great. 2 points for Earth Song. Number 3. It's name of the series of books this comes from. It's Tintin. That's the right answer. They are the Thompson twins. Hapless, bungling detectives, but they're in the Tintin series. They always turn up. The city, and I'm sure Tintin's been here a couple of times. 14 million people live in Istanbul, not Constantinople, but Istanbul. Been a long time gone since Constantinople got the works, which is nobody's business but the Turks. 2 points for Istanbul. The clue being the bridge. That's the Europa Bridge that connects Asia and Europe across the Bosphorus. And the Hamar people are from Ethiopia. There they are. What we got? The Queen, Earth Song, Tintin, Istanbul, Ethiopia. That is the 5 answers for the picture. And tell me what you scored. I'm trying to work out in my mind whether that was an easy or a hard round. I think it was... Tintin. Most of you get Tintin. Most of you got the Queen, I reckon. Earth Song, don't know how you got on with that one. I know it, so it's always difficult to know. Istanbul, that's the sort of thing I would get, but other people don't. Because it's geography. Geography's my thing. And Ethiopia, what we got? 6 out of 10 for Gareth. Porndorf's got 10. Back in the game, says Marion. 10 out of 10. 10 for Nomsy. Quite a few 10s kicking about. If you said Constantinople, then give yourself 2 points, because it's the same place, but hasn't he been called that for about 500 years? You need to catch up, you know. Pied on the city. What did you put? If anybody got... you went for Ankara. That's a weird guess. That's weird to get the right country but the wrong city. Because if you ever ask a quiz question about the capital of Turkey, which is Ankara, most people put Istanbul. But you've gone and got that the other way around. You've got the obscure one, or the more obscure one. Stevie, which is takes a bit of doing. 8 points for Team Boghall. I know House of Weirdos. I know. Right. Bonus anagram. Time for an anagram. I'm going to give you an anagram, and I'm going to give you 1 minute to solve it. You get 3 points if you can solve it in the minute. Okay, and I'm just looking down here because I'm setting up my timer on the phone. Here we go. Right, there's the minute. So I'll go start. And there's the anagram. Tension Line Hush. This was a film, came out in 2013. Unscramble those letters. There's the time you've got left. You've got 46 seconds left at that point. Unscramble those letters. Give yourself the name of a film. Pete says, can I nap that 2-point bonus for playing before? Of course you can. Yeah, if you've been here before, then you get 2 points. It's as simple as that. You went for Hitler, Veronica. Yeah, it's so easy to get Hitler mixed up with the royals. Thought it was Delhi. Nah, a wee bit further for Delhi. Richie. Right, we're down to 15 seconds here. I've never seen this film. Everyone says it's great. I can't help thinking it would be absolute garbage, but and I like musicals. That's the sound that means the minute is up. You've got right up until I reveal it to get this. You get 3 points if you got it right. The answer is Sunshine on Leith. Pete says, I'm joining late, caught up, now got 10. I see. You missed the first round. If you missed the first round, give yourself 8 out of 10 for the first round, I think. Pete. Sunshine on Leith. Team Boghall got it. Lockdown Lunatics say, oh no! That must mean they didn't get it. Let me know if you got it. Sunshine on Leith. If you solved the anagram before I revealed the answer, then you got 3 points. All right. And I don't think I mentioned earlier on, most of you know this already, but at the end I'm going to get you to upload your score and we'll make a league table, okay? Proclaimers music, yes, it is. It was It's filmed in Scotland, and it was from a stage musical of all the Proclaimer songs stuck together. Gareth says, I didn't get it, I've seen it, and I live there. Feeling pretty annoyed. Aye. Let's move on from that. I don't think that was one of our favourite anagrams of all time. The usual hate anagrams people are out in force, but doesn't look like too many people got it. House of Weirdos got it, with 2 seconds to spare. Let's move on. Right, round 3 is the Hexo. Now, ask me if you find this complicated, but listen carefully. It's fairly simple. I'm going to show you 5 clues, and you're looking for the initials on the Hexo board to give you the answer, right? Each answer is adjacent to itself, so you can't be hopping all over the board. You got the hexes are right next to each other, but the answers don't have the different answers don't have to be right next to each other, if you know what I mean. Okay. So the first one there says an 1880s novel with Jim Hawkins and Billy Bones. That's some of the characters. Jim Hawkins and Billy Bones are characters in which novel, which was first released in the 1880s. So you've tried, and you see there it says, oh no, it doesn't say, it should say 2 letters. You're looking for 2 letters for that one. The title is 2 letters. So it's 2 letters right next to each other on the grid, and you just got to find them. Don't shout them out, of course. The second one is an international organisation which is comprised of Norway, Iceland, Switzerland and Liechtenstein. And this is a 4-letter answer. You'll notice all those countries are outside the EU, and that's kind of what it's about. It's a wee trading organisation. Just with those countries, that's the only members. And it's a 4-letter answer is what you're looking for. Okay, I'm getting nowhere. I'm trying to open a document here so I can see the clues better, but having to do this from memory. Number 3 is a male singer. This is 2 letters. And it's a male singer who did the Eurovision for UK in 1992 and finished 2nd. And he nowadays has his own show on BBC Radio 2. So if you listen to Radio 2, you'll know this guy. Right, finally getting my document open here. Oh, maybe not. Nah, it doesn't. I'm just going to have to do this from memory. Right, number 4 is a scientist who published his theory of relativity in 1905. Now, you know that guy. You've definitely heard of that guy. Mo says, we don't know what you mean. Right, I'll tell you what I mean. See these clues that I'm giving you? It would help if I'd managed to put in the number of letters. Each clue gives you an answer, and the initials or the initials of the answer are on the grid. So let's just take an example, right? Say number 3, you thought the male singer was Nobby Biggs. And you look at the top left there, see? NB. They're together, so you'd put NB. You don't have to know the answers, you just got to get the letters. You know what I mean? And the last one here is a Swansea-based organisation dealing with road tax and vehicle licensing and all that sort of thing. So I hope you know what I mean. And that last one is a 4-letter one. Okay, so they're all 2 letters apart from number 2 and number 5. They're 4 letters, and I should have put those on, but never mind. So tell me when you're ready. I know this is a wee bit more high concept, but once you get it, it's easy. The 5 different answers are in different parts of the board. They're not necessarily connected to each other, but within each answer, the hexagons are... what's the word? Contiguous. Right, Covariates are ready, the Fabians are ready. How many letters for number 1? It's 2 letters, Veronica. They're all 2 letters, apart from number 2 and number 5, which are 4 letters. The organisations are 4 letters, everything else is 2 letters. Marion is ready. Janet is ready. Yeah, you're right. There's no sunshine on Leith. I think it was sunshine on Leith earlier on, but it's pissing on Leith now. And I know you lot will be devastated to hear this, but I never got my washing in on time, and it's still out there. Right, Sue's ready, Val's ready, Noodle Doodles are ready. I'll give you a few seconds on this. I know it's Scumbags are ready. Scumbags are ready. Sanjeev's ready. That's good enough for me. Let's go. Let's do it. Here come the answers. There's the birth of Quizgianity. Remember that? Anyway, here come the answers. Right. You get 2 points for each of these. You don't have to know what the answers mean. You just got to get the letters, right? So the first one is T-I. That's Treasure Island. So you just needed T-I. Thanks, Martin. Thanks for supporting me in my quest to get to Washington. And yeah, I'll be doing a crowdfunder for that later on. Number 2 is EFTA. All right, that's the European Free Trade Association, EFTA. It's a wee organisation made out of countries that are not in the EU, being Norway, Iceland, Switzerland, and Liechtenstein. It allows them to be part of customs, or something like that. I don't understand all that stuff. Yeah, that's a difficult one. Number 3, guy who was second for the UK in the Eurovision in 1992. Could have easily won it that night. MB. That's Michael Ball. And he has his own Radio 2 show these days. That's Michael Ball. Number 4 should have been fairly easy. If you've heard of one scientist in your life, it'll be this guy. It's AE. That is Albert Einstein. So AE for 2 points. And the last one, the road tax people. If you're a car person, you'll know this. It's the DVLA. All right, the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Agency. So I realised that I could probably find a better way of explaining how to do that round, but once you've done it once, you understand, What'd you get? Chameleon's got 8 out of 10. Didn't get EFTA. Yeah, EFTA's probably the difficult one in that round. 4 for the Cat Shack team. 10 out of 10 for the Raccoons. 10 out of 10 for Ali Ska. 6 for the Lockdown Lunatics. Didn't get EFTA, Sanjeev. Like I say, I think that's the difficult one. On that one. You'd have to be a bit of a Brexit kind of politics head to be into that one. Yeah, one step at a time. I remember really liking it at the time, Kate, and then being all outraged on his behalf that he didn't win. But I listened to it again recently, and I thought, it's alright. But it's 1992, different rules by then. Didn't get Treasure Island. No! Greatest book ever. Stick your EFTA up your hoop. There's the bottom line from Mr. CVD. Let's go. Team of the day is Pro Lethers, and I believe they're here right now. Hello to the Pro Lethers. Yeah! So, if you want to be Team of the Day, send me a picture of your team, and I'll make you Team of the Day. What I don't have with the Pro Lethers is any kind of biographical information, like names, or what you're into. So if you're sending me a picture of the team, give us a wee bit of detail so I can fill people in. But I used to take pictures of people in the pub, doing the quiz, but I can't do that anymore. So you have to send me pictures of you if you want to be Team of the Day, Pro Lethers. All right. Woohoo! Right, they're good. They're here. They're pleased. Excellent. Nice work, Pro Lethers. Right, here we go. Round 4 is the pick 5 round. Now, this is difficult. This is a music round, okay? There are 9 artists on the grid there. You have to pick the 5 who have sold more than 100 million albums. 5 of them have sold more than 100 million albums, and 4 of them have sold less albums than that. Although they're still fairly comfortable. So basically, who's the most popular out of these people? Like, ever. All-time sales. Now, 100 million sales is a hell of a lot. There's not many singers or bands who reach 100 million sales. So it is pretty stratospheric. Pick the 5 that have had the most album sales and then tell me when you're ready, okay? So in case you can't see the names, I'll just read them for you. Barbra Streisand is there. Bob Marley. Bruce Springsteen. Chris Brown. Eminem. Lil Wayne. Meatloaf. Nirvana. And Reba McEntire. So tell me when you're ready, when you've picked the 5 that are the best sellers out of these. I think this is quite difficult. Because they're all top-selling artists. But who is properly in the music stratosphere? Over 100 million album sales. Which is more than Teenage Fan Club and Bis put together. More than they exploited. Marion's ready. Lockdown lunatics are ready. By the way, what's your favourite ever TV theme tune? Mine's is Rainbow. Da 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 da. Everyone can see it climbing over the sky. Fill the whole world with the rainbow. And I'm only saying that because it's just been stuck in my head for 3 days solid. Boone. Boone's a bloody good tune. Hi-ho, Silver. You got me, Lone Ranger. And riding on down. Do-do-do-do-do-do. To rescue me. Yeah. Who beat Michael Ball? You know what? I should know that, shouldn't I? Michael, I don't know. I'm going to quickly look it up. That's one of those things I just need to know it. So 1992. Who was 1992? Was it the Italians? I can't remember. Call myself a Eurovision expert, yeah? I should know that. I should just know that. Let's have a look. Oh, it was Ireland. It was the 90s. Of course it was Ireland. It was Linda Martin. Why Me is the name of the song, which, to be honest, is a better song. It was pretty close. 155 points for Ireland, 139 for the UK. And Malta were third. There we go. Just wondered. You're quite right. I was wondering myself when I was reading that out. I was thinking, who came first? Right, COVID-8s are ready. Pro Lethers are ready. Taran's ready. Noodle Doodles just knew it. Bang, like that. Linda Martin. Painted Black, Tour of Duty. That's Stevie's favourite TV show. Aye. Oh, aye. Tales of the Unexpected. Ow. Yeah. That's 2 absolute belters of Boone and Tales of the Unexpected. Na, 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 do, 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 do. For young boys of a certain age at that certain time of history, that was one of the sexiest moments of the week, was the Tales of the Unexpected. Pretty tame now when you look at it. It was technically, Kate's saying it was technically Johnny Logan's 3rd Eurovision win because he wrote it, yeah? Did he write it? I'm pretty sure he wrote it. Right, everyone's ready, come on. Oh, Persuaders theme tune. Aye, nice. Right, let's go on. Let's get the answers here. So artists that have sold more than 100 million records are as follows. Here they come. If you're not ready, get ready. Be ready now. Here they come. 2 points for each of these. Right, number one is Eminem. The American rapper. Number two is Chris Brown. No, I wouldn't necessarily guess that one. More modern, but sold a ton of records. Chris Brown. Barbra Streisand. I would have guessed Barbra Streisand. She's been around for a long, long time. Massively successful artist in all sorts of fields. Acting, singing, other stuff. Number four is Bruce Springsteen, the so-called boss. And Lil Wayne. Again, like Chris Brown, I wouldn't have gone for that. I would have gone for Meatloaf and Bob Marley instead of those two. Blimey. Right, I think that's going to be quite low scoring. You tell me what you got. And while you're doing that, I'm just going to try and open my notes so I can tell you a little bit more about that. Riding on down to rescue me. Thanks for suggesting Boone, by the way, because now I don't have the Rainbow tune stuck in my head. I've now got the Boone theme tune stuck in my head. Right, low scoring, yeah, looks like it. Jack says Lil Wayne is a wank. That's official. 8 points for Cat Shack though. 6 for Garth. 4, 6, 10, 8. Not, I don't see any 10s. There's one. Susan Jimison, Social Outcasts. Get 10 out of 10. All the other ones on the grid are around about 70 million sales. They obviously shifted a few units, but there you go. Going through a thing here to try and get me notes open. Just like I should have done before the quiz. Right, let's move on. That was difficult. Difficult round. Let's move on to the sound round. Okay. So, I need the headphones for this. Tonight's sound round is a mystery voice round. Okay. So, there's the mystery voices. There's the possible answers. I'm just going to go over to my sound thing here and get into the audio round folder and get it on the first one and put the volume up in a mixer. It's just easier if I commentate because then I know what I'm doing. Right, okay, ready? Come on! Here we go. So the answers are on the list. You just got to pick the right answers. That's it. Here we go. Here is voice number one. And listen carefully because this is quite short.
The thing is, you've got to remember, I wanted to be a pop singer. I wanted to be a singer. And I wanted to perform from the age of 3.
She sounds pissed, doesn't she? Who was that? That's question number one, voice number one. Here's voice number two.
Mr. Big Mac, who's running the immigration desk. And you know you can't be funny, you can't be cheeky, you have to... Because you know that he's going to send you to the back of the queue, which is in the Azores.
There we go. Telling a hilarious story about trying to get into the United States. Who is that in voice number two? Here's voice number three. Who is this?
She was known as a white witch. And she had several ghosts in the house, and we saw them. Ladies in waiting. Late in the evening, you'd see them go through the wall. Yeah, they exist, yeah.
That is voice number three, confirming that ghosts do exist. Who could that be? Number four. Who's this?
And I'm also here for charity, because at this age, you like to give back because you're closer to God, you know? And, I did the osteoporosis benefit this afternoon and got a stooping ovation. I was very proud. And
that's a good joke. A stooping ovation. Who is that in number 4? And then the last one, number 5. Who is this showbiz person?
It's basically a narrated path from my life from drama school to getting Strictly. Artem's in it as well. Hello, amazing. Right, getting Artem every day is amazing. And then there's we've got Ian Waite and Natalie as well from the show. They're in it, and it's going to be like music, dance, narrative, a whole.
I've got absolutely no idea what she's talking about, but who is that in pitch in voice number 5? Right, okay. Tell me if you're ready. And I'll probably play them again. There's quite a few readies coming in, but I'm just going to play them again because they're all quite quick. So here they are one more time, if you didn't quite catch them the first time. Here is number 1. It's quite short. They're all quite short tonight, so listen carefully. Here's number 1.
The thing is, you've got to remember, I wanted to be a pop singer. I wanted to be a singer. And I wanted to perform from the age of 3.
That's number 1. Here's number 2.
Mr. Big Mac, who's running the immigration desk. And you know you can't be funny, you can't be cheeky, you have... Because you know that he's going to send you to the back of the queue, which is in the Azores.
Here is the third one, which is obviously the best one.
She was known as a white witch. And she had several ghosts in the house, and we saw them. Ladies in waiting. Late in the evening, you'd see them go through the wall. Yeah, they exist, yeah.
Yeah, they exist. Yeah, that's the definitive word on ghosts. Who is this, number 4?
And I'm also here for charity, because at this age you like to give back because you're closer to God, you know? And I did the osteoporosis benefit this afternoon and got a stooping ovation. I was very...
And the last one, no idea.
It's basically a narrated path from my life from drama school to getting Strictly. Artem's in it as well. Hello, amazing. Right, getting Artem every day is amazing. And then there's we've got Ian Waite and Natalie as well from the show. They're in it, and it's going to be like music, dance, narrative, a whole.
I got so bored during that last one that I nearly died. But it looks like most of you are ready. Let's move on. You all ready? Ollie said number 4 again, please, but I played them again, so I think that's tidied up. Right, so let's move on. Here come the answers. So number 1, wanted to be a singer from the age of 3. Bless the little baby. And she became a singer. It was Cilla Black. 2 points for Ms. Cilla Black. 2 points you get for each of these, of course. Number 2, talking about to not harass immigration people. Don't be funny with them in America because they don't deal with that well. That's Jeremy Clarkson. Pretty distinctive voice. Millionaire presenter these days, of course. Number 3 is a man responding to a question, do you think ghosts exist? And in true style, he not only says, I think so, he says, yes, definitely, and I've seen them myself. It's Brian Blessed, of course, the man who's literally done absolutely everything. Number 4, the osteoporosis benefit, the stooping ovation was for Joan Rivers. American comic, died a couple of years ago. Usually pretty funny. And then the last one, look, I didn't get his voice myself. I got this from a place that's got a big stack of mystery voices. That's why it's so boring. It's Lisa Riley, right? Lisa Riley. Yeah, Gordon's alive every week. 10 out of 10 for Sanjeev. I think that was a slightly easier round. I'm not denigrating your quiz effort there, Sanjeev. I'm just saying I think that was an easier round than the last one. The last one was really hard. 10 points, 10 points, 10 points. Right, here come all the 10 points. That was an easier round this week. For the sound round. On the voices. I'm going to spend a little bit of time getting some good mystery voices this weekend. What, you didn't get Brian Blessed? Duh! Come on, you should know that by now. Any time there's a voice round, I've always got Brian Blessed. Guaranteed. The one who turns up every single time. Right, okay. Pickering's gin. Mystery bag. Where's the mystery bag? What have I done with it? Here it is. Got it. Right, time for the mystery bag. So, Pickering's, thanks to Pickering's, they are sponsoring the quiz again. They got a small bottle of Forget-Me-Not flavoured gin. That's, now, I hope I can remember the name rightly. I think that's Fiona, who won last week. She got her gin during the week. That's fantastic. Gin! And to win that, she won a mystery bag, and we're going to play mystery bag again. So here we go. You know the rules. You gotta see what's inside, right? So I've got a mystery bag right here. Can you see that? It's a mystery. You got to ask me questions of a yes/no nature, and therefore work out what's in the bag. The first person that I see with a comment that correctly identifies what's in the bag wins the gin, and they get it sent out to them. So, here come the questions. Is it a salt shaker? That's a crazy first question, Cheryl. No, it's not a salt shaker. Wouldn't it be amazing if it was, just first, right off the bat like that? Is it clothes? Yeah, you can wear it. Is it edible? No. Is it a baseball hat? No. Is it gin? No. Is it hard? Yeah. Is it glass? No, not really. Hang on. Is it soft? No. Is it gin? No. Is it in a glass? All right, that's the question. No, it's not in a glass. Is it alive? No. That'd be good. I'll get a wee mouse in there one of these weeks. Is it a toy? No. Phone charger? No. Is it long? Well, it's got a length. I don't think it's particularly long. I don't know how to answer that, really. Oh, hang on. Someone's got it. Just like that. Look, Brittany's got it. Holy bananas. I did not expect that this quickly. Sunglasses, says Brittany. That's right. Look. There they are. Can you see that? There we go. Yeah! Brittany Stewart is the winner. Brittany Stewart wins the booze. Brittany of the Raccoons. It is the Raccoons, isn't it? Wins, hey, you win the Forget-Me-Not gin. That's fantastic. Now let me just, no one got that before you, did they? Because that would be a bummer. If I did all that shouting. Someone said glasses, but I was looking specifically for sunglasses. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We're fine. Right, Brittany's the winner. Yeah! Gareth says I got it first. Aye, right. You've used glasses before, not acceptable, but it's no glasses, Becca. It's sunglasses. It's two completely different categories. If I says, can you get me my glasses? To my daughter, I'm not going to be pleased if she comes back with these, you know what I mean? Because I can't see with those. Arr! But these are for seeing. These are for chilling. All right? Aye, well done, Chris. Chris Rose has just guessed sunglasses. That's absolutely brilliant. Okay. Hey. Brian Blessed has just tweeted, retweet if you love Tintin. Maybe he's watching your quiz. Well, the bastard could retweet the quiz instead of Tintin. You know what I mean? Anyway, well done to Brittany. I better write that down because I nearly forgot straight away. Brittany. You know what to do, Brittany. Send me a message with your address. I think you've won something before. So I might have it already, but send me a message with your address and we'll get the gin out to you. It usually turns up in a couple of days. Right, fantastic. Let's go on. Let's get on with it. Let's do the final round. Oh, aye, discount code. By the way, if you didn't win the gin there, which is most of you, you can still get 15% off gin. If you go to Pickering's and use the code DPQuiz, right? Use the discount code. Gets you 15% off everything. So that's fairly good. Thanks, Pickering's, right. And they'll be back again next week. They're doing the quiz for 4 weeks. This was the third of 4, so there will be gin again next Friday. Okay. Right, here we go. Double or bust. You ready for this? Double or bust is the final round in the quiz. Will determine your score. The scores have been all over the place tonight, so this could make a lot of difference. You get 4 points for a correct answer, so that's double. But if you put a wrong answer in this round, you get bust. 0 points. Okay? Ow! That hurts. So, to avoid getting bust, you can leave blanks. You don't have to answer all the questions. You choose which ones you're going to go for. Okay? 4 points for a right answer. Bust if you put something actually wrong, if you actually write something down that's wrong. But nothing happens if you just leave blanks. It's okay. So you choose which ones you're going for. You understand? Here we go. Flags, first of all. Question number 1. Along with white, what other colour makes up the flag of Turkey? That's the second time we've been talking about Turkey tonight. In fact, there was a Turkish flag in the Turkish picture question. You might have noticed it, maybe not. But what other colour goes with white to make the flag of Turkey? That's question number 1. Yeah, Richard, I did say it wasn't made out of glass. That's because they're made out of plastic. One, by the way. Right, number 2. Which female writer was born in Devon and is, according to the Guinness Book of Records, the best-selling novelist of all time? So who's that? That's question number 2. Female writer. She was born in Devon in the southwest of England, and she, according to the Guinness Book of Records anyway, is the best-selling novelist of all time. That's question number 2. Careful with that one. Number 3, art. Art. Which city is the permanent home of the Leonardo da Vinci painting, the Mona Lisa? Famous painting, but where do you have to go if you want to see it in real life? Behind a big crowd of tourists. And it's quite small. Not a great experience, you know, but like a lot of tourist experiences. Luckily, nobody has to do that this year. So anyway, where is the Mona Lisa? Which city is the permanent home of the Mona Lisa? That is question number 3. Remember, one wrong answer is bust. Careful which ones you go for. Number 4, tasty treat. Which Italian dessert with a name that means cheer me up consists of layers of sponge cake soaked with coffee and brandy or liqueur, layered with mascarpone cheese, and then topped with a grated chocolate? What's that? That sounds delicious, and you know what? It is delicious. But what is it? It's a one-word answer. It's the sort of thing that you never really used to get 20 years ago, but everywhere's got it on the menu now. The name means cheer me up. It's layers of sponge cake, soaked with coffee and brandy, mascarpone cheese, and grated chocolate on the top. Is it edible? Says Cheryl. Yes, it is. Number 5 in the double or bust round. Tonight's last question is this. Drinks and mags. Which women's magazine, launched in 1886, has the same name as a cocktail made with vodka, triple sec, cranberry juice, and freshly squeezed lime juice? So you put that together as a drink, and it's got the same name as a women's magazine, launched in 1886. Pete's saying it means pick me up. Yeah, I mean, it's translated, so it can be translated a number of different ways. The name of that dessert we're talking about. Pick me up, cheer me up, you know, perk me up. Richard, you amuse me. Is it made of glass? Aye, it's made of glass. Right, so that's the questions. Tell me when you're ready. I will... Abbey Hillbillies are ready, and they've got their balls out. That means they're going for all 5. Ooh, I think that's quite a cagey, shady round to go balls out on, but that's just my opinion. At this point, I will remind you that I do this for tips. Okay? So thanks for coming to the quiz. The quiz is free to do. Doesn't cost any money to do the quiz, but if you've got room in your heart for a tip for me, then I'd be delighted to get that. So I'm just going to put this link in here, which is to my PayPal. What would you pay for a pub quiz? Please give me a tip, all right? Because I'm trying to make a living out of this, scene as there are no pubs anymore. And I used to do 8 pubs a week. So thanks for tips that you have made before, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, anyway, I'll do a very, very quick recap of the questions just in case you missed any. Number 1, what other colour goes with white to make the flag of Turkey? Number 2, best-selling writer of all time, born in Devon. Who is she? City is the home of the Mona Lisa. Cheer me up or pick me up if you want to translate it ever so slightly differently. Sponge cake, coffee, brandy liqueur, mascarpone, cheese, grated chocolate. What is that thing? It's a one-word answer. And the last one, women's magazine, vodka triple sec, cranberry juice, freshly squeezed lime, and it's also the name of a women's magazine. You know, men are allowed to read it as well, and people who are not men or women are allowed to read it. It's just a categorization thing. It's a newsagent thing. Don't rip down my statue! Right, you ready? Here we go. Right, plenty of readies. Let's do it. Double or bust answers. Here they come. After you get this, I'm going to give you the link to upload your scores so we can do a league table. All right? Here we go. Right, along with white, what other colour makes up the flag of Turkey? For 4 points, the correct answer is red. There it is. There's the flag of Turkey right there. There's that bridge again. Red is the correct answer. 4 points. Do we have to use the new link? It's actually the same link. Tim, just sort of disguised. I'm trying to get rid of that awful name. You click on that, it goes to the same place. Authors, right. I think some of you might get bust on this one. Best-selling novelist of all time. It's Agatha Christie. There she is. Hey, I've just written another book. It's another £50 million. Agatha Christie. Best-selling author of all time. If you do get bust, let us know. Tell us what you put. What city is the permanent home of Leonardo da Vinci's painting The Mona Lisa? That is in Paris. It's in the Louvre. Difficult to see, very small, loads of tourists. Not worth it. Tasty treat. What's the Italian dessert? Cheer me up. Pick me up. Similar. It's tiramisu. Everybody. Oh. Are we tiramisu? Look at that. Oh, Brittany's gone bust. Doesn't matter, Brittany. You won the gin. Nothing matters. Especially if you drink that gin in one go. Nothing will matter. Vodka, triple sec, cranberry juice, fresh lime. That's a Cosmopolitan. Same as the women's magazine, Cosmopolitan. Oh, Val's bust as well. Tell us if you got bust. See, I reckon that some of you would have gone for J.K. Rowling for the Agatha Christie question. Here's the answers all together. Red, Agatha Christie, Paris, tiramisu, and Cosmopolitan. The Chameleons did not get bust. They got that one right. They must have got it right because they got all 5 right because they got 20 out of 20. Full house as well for Gareth. Great stuff, right? I'm about to post up the link for uploading your scores, and I want to see those scores, you know. Where is my scores? There it is here. Just looking on this other bit. A wee copy and a wee paste. Kilted Scott got 20. Nice one. Put Barbara Cartland. Oh, that's a good answer as well, you know. That is a good answer. She sold a hell of a lot of books, Barbara Cartland. I wonder where she was born. I'm going to quickly look her up. Barbara Cartland. She wrote like 100 books or something. She was born in Birmingham. Around about the same time as Agatha Christie. A little bit later than Agatha Christie. Lived a lot longer. She's in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most novels published in a single year. Holy bananas. She wrote 723 novels, Barbara Cartland. God. $53 total for Marion, $51 for Quiz Christopherson, $67 for the scumbag college. Full House, toyed with Barbara Cartland. I didn't even think of Barbara Cartland when I was writing that. I thought some of you would jump on J.K. Rowling for that. Nearly went for Barbara Cartland, says Michael. Highest solo score ever for P Solo, the solenoid. Yes. Bringing it to you, loud and clear, solenoid style. That's the link again for the scores. Upload your scores. It's just team name and score. You know what? Even if you got a low score, please upload your score because then it makes other people feel better. Community. I'm going to give you the link again for my PayPal. If any of you see fit to give me a tip, if you think it was worth the money for me getting putting all this together, putting on the quiz, then I'd be delighted to get a tip off you. What would you pay? What do you think it's worth? If you went to a pub quiz, how much would you spend? You know what I mean? Barbara's books were all about the podgering. Well, it is a continually popular subject. Everybody likes a bit of rumpy. Some people like a bit of pumpy. And some people like it rumpy and pumpy. Barrymore's Fist number 2 got 64. That's pretty good. 65 for Lockdown Lunatics. I think anything over 60 tonight's pretty good. It was, you put Marie Claire, Chris Rose, for the cocktail and magazine. Marie Claire. Nah. Gives a pint of Marie Claire. Nah. What? John Evans got 60 points, but he's called Norfolk and Chance. That's not allowed. You're not allowed to do like really, really hackneyed old quiz team names like that. This is the year 2020. John, come on. Do better than that. Barrymore's Fist number 2. 64 for Barrymore's Fist number 2. Or Barrymore's Fist. 2 points off our personal best. Right, I finally got to that. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy that, Dr. Caesar's Palace. I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm trying to find a way around it. You can't change it in PayPal, so I'm looking for a different service. Thank you, Big Mac. Mo says boo to the anagrams. I don't always do the anagrams. I've started mixing it up now. Sometimes I do picture clue instead, or a cryptic one, like a crossword clue. So it's not always anagrams now. I've diversified. That's the word. Thanks for doing the quiz, everybody. I'll do the quiz again at 9 o'clock. So if you know anybody that would enjoy this quiz and weren't here now, because 7's not ideal for everybody, tell them that the quiz is on at 9 o'clock on Facebook. That's Dr. Paul Facebook. I am going to round up the scores that you're uploading and put up a temporary league table for just now. I'll put that up pretty soon, next 10 minutes or so. And then later on, I'll do the full league table when I've got the 9 o'clock scores as well. Okay? It's a dead heat between El Destructo and the Wit and Witches. The rivalry continues. It's like the old firm in the quiz. Well, if the old firm continually finished in mid-table. Struggling with the anagrams. Well, I think that was a difficult one tonight, to be honest. It didn't look like many people got it. Yeah, I do carry on wittering. That's kind of one of my many talents. Speaking of talents, I've been trying to teach myself the Rainbow theme tune on the guitar this week. Going pretty well. Once I've perfected it, I'll hit you with it. Actually, I've got a whole book of TV theme tune music. Maybe I'll learn 5 and then I'll play them for you. That'd be a bit self-indulgent, wouldn't it? Maybe not. Thank you, Noodle Doodles. Yeah, great quiz. Yeah, it's a pretty good quiz tonight. I thought it was difficult. It's good to have a bit of difficulty in it. Aye, no, I took it as that, Martin. Listen, I take anything as a compliment because, you know, you're only young once. I find it a lot easier to deal with life if I just assume that anything that anybody tells me is a compliment. Plus, I've worked in pubs for over 20 years, so you do get quite a thick skin, you know. Even when people are being nasty, it kind of bounces off. And then you end up thinking, ha ha ha, they love me. You know, maybe self-deluded, but it's self-insulation. I kind of miss the pub from point of view of people having a go at me. You know, I used to quite like that. Because it gave me a chance to have a go at them back. And, you know, we all like a bit of combat now. Well, I do. I like a bit of a row. And that's one thing I'm looking forward to about getting back in the pub is having a right set to with somebody. Quite angry, you know. And then going out of the pub and going, oh, I shouldn't have got so angry about that. I find it cathartic. Everyone can see it climbing all over the sky. Fill the whole world with a rainbow. It's that drum bit. Oh, that's good. House of Weirdos. I learned the Dad's Army tune on the trumpet. Can you film it and send it to me? Can I use it in the quiz? Can you do that? That'd be good. How's the Dad's Army tune go? I can't even think of it. Have I got it in my tunes? Let's have a look. House of Weirdos. We need to hear that. We need to hear the you playing the Dad's Army tune on the trumpet. I can't think how the tune goes. Dad's Army, right, here it is. I've got it. Let's listen. Alright, of course.
Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler? If you think we're on the run.
That would be epic.
We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again.
Might you think again?
Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler? If you think our England's done. Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So watch out, Mr. Hitler, you have met your match in us. If you think you can crush us, we're afraid you've missed the bus. 'Cause who do?
If you think you can crush us, then you've missed the bus, Mr. Hitler. I didn't know there was a little middle section. That's another one of these TV tunes with a middle section that you never hear. Mr. Brown goes off to town on the I-21. La da da, la da da, ready with his gun. What's this? Pete says, I can play Big Ben on a well-tuned 5-piece drum kit. What, do you mean what do you mean Big Ben? Do you mean like ding dong ding dong 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 bong? Do you mean that? If you think that England is done, thought we were involved too. Nah, Pete. No, I've studied the Second World War. It was definitely mainly England. Remember the arrows pushing out across the channel and being forced back? Yeah, it's a terrifying opening sequence. Big mad swastika arrows coming from Germany, coming for Britain like that. I'm gonna get you. And then the little nippy little British triangle trying to get back across the sea. Terrifying. Who do you think you were kidding, Mr. Hitler? There was a Scottish guy in that, though, wasn't there? Like, well, Martin's just saying, yeah, we're doomed. That's it, John Laurie. Yeah, you've just typed it. I never liked it that much. What do you call it? Dad's Army. I always thought it was a bit kind of, I don't know, grim. When I was a kid, yeah, Dad's Army, and you'd watch that, and the adults would laugh, and you were like, it's not that good. But then you'd put on It Ain't Half Hot, Mum. Now that was funny. Windsor Davis barking at all the boys. It was a terrible shower of puffs. What are you? And they'd all say, we're a shower of puffs. Obviously, there was the racism and the homophobia, so you won't be seeing that very much. It Ain't Half Hot, Mum. But, you know, all that stuff aside, it was hilarious. God, I'm getting myself in trouble, aren't I? The classic offensive stereotype Scot in it. Come on, Pete. We've all done it. We've all been that Scot. We've all gone down south and been grumpy and pedantic and a bit chippy. I've done it. I bet you have. Have any shoulders, boy? That's right. So when they thought it was his son, Windsor Davis's character was under the impression that one of the boys in the troupe was his son. I don't know why he couldn't just come out and say it, but it was obviously a different time. Gary says your Windsor Davis voice was excellent. That's because it only lasted for a couple of seconds. If I try to keep that up for more than about 4 or 5 seconds, Kerry, it would be revealed for the pish impersonation, which it actually is. But I think everybody who's still here would agree that Eight and a Half Hot Mum was better than Dad's Army. It was, you know who it was? It was the guy, Captain Mannering. That's who I didn't like. Like, all the other characters were quite jolly and funny and stuff like that, but he was always just so bloody grim. And he's like the main character. So you had a comedy revolving around a grim man. So that's why it didn't work, you know. For me, obviously, it was highly successful. It ran for years and years and years. Right, anyway, here we are talking about old comedies that were can't watch anymore anyway. Not allowed. Well, you're allowed. You can do what you like. Let's not get too gammon about it. Like I was, people were saying today on Facebook, oh, you can't do anything anymore. You can't watch Fawlty Towers. It's been deleted. You're deleting history. And I'm like, nah. You can still watch it. It's up to you. You know, you can watch it. It's not been deleted. It's been removed from a streaming service. That's all. Temporarily as well. They'll probably put it back. In fact, 1 episode, isn't it? You know. Mannering was the man who was lampooned. Yeah, he was like he was like, well, it was a strange one. He was the figure of fun. He was the one who got the humour from everybody else. He was the butt of the joke, but because the whole show centred around him, I wanted him to be a little less grim. Like, compare it with Allo, where René is the central character. Now, he's also the butt of everybody's joke, but he himself likes a laugh and is a bit hilarious, you know? One Foot in the Grave says House of Weird. There's another grumpy man show with a classic theme tune. Yeah, that is a good one, isn't it? It's it's like pub rock, isn't it? In fact, is it not a Chaz and Dave song? 1 foot in the grave. Is it not the... No, it's the Monty Python guy, isn't it? Who did that? Yeah, I love Hello Hello as well. I started watching it from the start a couple of months ago. Watched the first 2 series. It's great. It's amazing. Oh, Pete, put a sock in it, man. Like, everything's offensive to Scottish people. That's what we do. We just get upset by stuff. I mean, English people are right. We are the chippiest people in the world. We just get upset every time. Right. El Destructo. See you later. Eric Idle. That's the guy. House of Weirdos. Yeah. Let me see if I've got it on the thing here. Yeah, here it is. Look.
They say I might as well face the truth, but I am just too long in the tooth.
Just too long.
I started to deteriorate, and now I've passed my own sell-by date. Oh, I am no spring chicken, it's true. I have to pop my teeth into chew, and my old knees have started to knock. I've just got too many miles on the clock, so I'm a wrinkly, crinkly, set in my ways. It's true that my body has seen better days, but give me half a chance and I can still misbehave. 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot in the grave.
As a brass person, House of Weirdos, you'll appreciate that little comedy brass near the end. As a brass playing person, do you know the technical term for this? Like a comedy wah? Here it is. That bit there. Is there a technical term for that? It's like a duck. Is there a technical term for that particular brass move? Is it that thing with the mute? No, I played by ear and didn't know any technical terms. That's cool. That's good. Played by ear. You learn how to play trumpet and tuba by ear. That's good. I know a guy, he was a flatmate of mine actually years ago, who played the euphonium. Really cool. I never got to grips with any kind of blowing instruments. Played guitar when I was a kid, play accordion now. I would break out the accordion, but it's away in the other room. I'd have to stop all the way, bring it back, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not going to do that. Not this time. On guitar, it's a crybaby pedal. Right, okay. It's like a wah-wah. Add all the mutes. Aye, that's the mute. Wah, 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 wah. That does that, doesn't it? If you get a mute. Wah, wah. I had a teacher, but didn't really pay any attention to the theory. Right, okay. So sort of playing by ear. Did you know the name of the notes? If somebody says play a C, can you play a C? Or trumpet is done with a muffler. Is that the same as a mute, but a different technical term? Now, this is good, actually. I'm going to write some of this down. Turn it into questions. All right, yeah, I better advertise that, Noodle Doodles. Thanks very much. I'm doing Saturday. Here I am talking about the technicalities of playing brass instruments, which I know nothing about, whereas I should be promoting my next quiz. So upload your scores and your gin answer. That's different. I'm glad I didn't show you that, because that's irrelevant. I'm going to give you the link again if anyone's still watching and doesn't know how to upload their score. Then let me do that right now. Thanks very much. And as Noodle Doodles mentioned, there's 2 points, by the way. That means you've done the quiz. You get 2 points next time. I'm now doing Saturdays. Look at that. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday as well. All of those are 7 o'clock on YouTube, like this one you've just done, and 9 o'clock on Facebook. for those who can't make 7 o'clock. So I'm going to start doing that on Saturday, see how that goes. Please share the quiz. Please like the quiz. Let me just do that. I am bimbling along here. Actually, I've bimbled quite a bit. It's 24 minutes past 8 and I've got to get ready for the 9 o'clock one. So I need to stop this and I'll see you all later. Thanks everyone for chatting. Thanks for being here. Thanks for doing the quiz. I look forward to looking at your scores. I'll get those uploaded any minute, like in terms of an interim league table. Then I'll do the proper league table after the 9 o'clock one. Pete says my dad's a trumpet player. Played worldwide. He calls them all mutes. All right. Your dad's a trumpeter. That's classy. I have to say, like I'm jealous of anybody who can play any musical instrument to a good standard. Because I've played musical instruments all my life and I'm not that great at them. You know, I like doing it. In fact, I love playing with musical instruments, but I'm just not that good at them, you know. Very, very jealous of, I mean, I know it's a lot of work. If you do the work, you get good, but jealous of people who can play to a professional standard. He founded Fat Sam's band. Fat Sam? What? No, hang on. I was about to say what, like Zoom? I'm thinking of Fat Larry. But that can't be right, Ciao, Paolo. Ciao, Martin. Yeah, quiz was good. Thanks very much. The restaurant was named after him. Right, okay. Really? So Fat Sam's... See, I thought Fat Sam's was named for Fat Sam's Grand Slam out of Bugsy Malone. And they played there every Wednesday. That must have been great. Did you go there when you were a kid? Did you hang out? At Fat Sam's going, that's my dad. See him in the trumpet? That's my dad. Did you do that? That must have been ace. That must have been brilliant. You know what? I never went to Fat Sam. I'd never been to Fat Sam's. Like, we lived in the Borders. And we had family in Edinburgh. So we were in Edinburgh. You knew what Fat Sam's was, but I just never went there. We should form a jam group for almost acceptable musicians. That'd be terrific. That's another thing. I've never played with other people. I learned how to play guitar classical style, so I just always played by myself. You know what I mean? Same with the accordion now. I think that's when you get good, is when you start playing with other people. Man, that's good stuff. See, I knew you were showbiz, Pete, but I didn't realise you were from a family of showbiz. That's excellent. Working showbiz as well. Proper showbiz. Excellent. Right, I'm out of here. I've got about 15 minutes to get the other stream sorted out. Make sure my daughter's all right in between. Right, see you later. What? Hang on. It had baby sharks, an airplane, and a piano that played itself. Hang on. Baby sharks? What, like little baby sharks, live ones in a tank swimming about? Is that right? Is that what you mean? A piano that played itself. I could get that. What do you call that? Is that a Nickelodeon? Or a player piano? I know that thing. Nickelodeon. Is it a Nickelodeon? That's called. Of course, you look up Nickelodeon, it gives you the cable TV channel. Yeah, a coin-operated player piano. Well, a player piano is a better name for it. Right. It plays itself. An airplane. I'm going to have to catch up with those facts some other time, Peter. That sounds amazing. Nice to have you here. Nice to have everybody here. Thanks to House of Weirdos. Well done to Brittany. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, everybody who hung around here. If Brittany's still here, I don't know if she is, but make sure you give me a message with your address on it so I can get the gin to you. And on that note, thank you very much. Good night. I'll see you all later. Nighty night. Bye.